Hi, welcome to Uniquest 2016. That's your class. Let's take a look at what we're expecting you to do over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Firstly, we want you to get introspective and look inside yourself. We're going to launch off of a tool called Do What You Are. That's the Myers-Briggs type inventory you all did over the summer. You're welcome to redo it. We'll talk about that in a moment. We're going to use that to help you find the right college as opposed to just chasing a dream.
Sweetie, you could still go to McGill, the Harvard of Canada.
Anything that's the something of the something isn't really the anything of anything.
And we want you to find that anything of anything, whatever that might be. We want you to unravel what you're looking for. We want you to get beyond simple criteria like location or major or urban setting. We want you to focus on the opportunities that may be available. Ultimately, we are asking you to create a dream version of yourself. Where will you thrive? So we sculpted some questions for you to answer. These questions are embedded inside Naviance. We'll take a look at some of the questions briefly right here. You can see some of them are pull-down menus. Others we want you to actually answer in complete sentence and paragraphs. In fact, the fuller you answer, the better, because your counselor will be working very closely with you around what you're looking for in a college. Again, you'll be answering these inside Naviance, although we'll send you a copy inside this email. So going back to what we're looking at, we're going to start with Do What You Are and leverage off that, but we also want you to draw on your VIA strengths. Remember those character strengths, as well as the Career Interest Profiler. Career Interest Profiler is a tool in Naviance. If you haven't done it, click on the Career tab, look down on the right, you'll see the Career Interest Profiler. It'll take you about 15 minutes at most. You click on it, you answer the questions, and you get a report. We want you to focus on the green ones, in my case, enterprising, conventional, and artistic, and you can see that it will generate a list of career possibilities. I've copied over the ones with considerable preparation, and I can click on any of these hyperlinks, so I might be interested in being what is a marketing manager and learning more. Secondly, we do want you to use your Do What You Are. If you've done it prior to the summer, you will get this message. You can click on the previous results to see what they want, print them, or you can redo the survey. We're going to take a look at my survey, which is ENFP, which stands for Extrovert, Intuitive, Feeling, Perceptive. What does that mean? I'm a guy who gets energy from people. I am intuitive when it comes to gathering decisions. I make decisions based on feelings and values, and I organize my world in an adaptable fashion. If you see my desk, you know how adaptable I am. Wow, not even a little tick in the J. If you scroll to the bottom of that report, you'll see that there's a list of careers available for you. But the problem with the career list is it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. It's just massive. You might also want to cross-reference over to the cluster finder that you did in 10th grade. In my case, I like the education and training in the arts, video, technology, and communication, so I might focus on those, see what careers are coming up there, relate those to majors. Don't get too carried away. Don't worry if you don't have a particular major in mind. This is really meant to explore possibilities. With your strengths, we want you to focus on your top 5. You remember those 24, those 24, excuse me, and from there pick out your top 5. You can get the report at the VME website. If you want to redo this survey, it takes about 15 minutes as well. So it's pretty quick, down and dirty. Now that you got the information from Do What You Are, the Career Interest Profiler, and the VIA Strengths, it's time to actually review the assignment. How you do that is you click on this link, and it'll take you to a web page that looks just like this. Now, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Since I'm an extrovert, I'm going to click on extrovert. You'll find the page here. Do watch the video at the top. You might find great insight. Scroll down and you've got the heads, which are the personality heads. Find your 4 letters. So I am ENFP, so I click on that, and you get a screen that we've custom designed. On the top right hand side, there's About Me, a little cartoon icon, and if you click on Learn More, you'll get into another website that gives a detailed report. It's for free. You can purchase a profile. You do not need to. The stuff in here is really good stuff, really worth reading. It's one of our favorites. Back to the college type we've created. On the left-hand side, you can see it gives you information about your college type. In my case, I'm a blue, so are many of you. If you click on that link, here's what you'll discover, is we've already curated a list of colleges, both big and small, literally around the world. Underneath the college type is just some fun numbers to help you understand where you place in the world in terms of who else is kind of like you. I say kind of like you because they're not exactly like you, but you can use this to inform your process. Underneath it is some information we've written about in terms of how you'll approach your college search, and below that is the heart of the assignment starting, what makes you tick. And we're giving you tips to how to approach your college search as a result. The assignment part is actually drawn from the blue boxes. So as you read through what makes you tick, for example, focus on the possibility for the future, then the here and now, we're giving you specific suggestions of where to look. So for example, I might want to click on college outcomes. In fact, you should click on all of these and get a sense of the tools and resources that are out there and kind of the place that you might thrive in. Each of these hyperlinks will take you to a web page. Some are ones that we built, others are ones that are outside. So for example, if you clicked on the UCAN website, this is what you would get, or the Wall Street Journal's top 50 feeder schools, here's what you'd get. You could download that PDF and take a look at what the top 50 feeder schools. Sure, some of them are ones that you would have been expecting, but others might surprise you. Now, some of you might be really driven by other aspects, like the honor code might really appeal to you. So if you visit this webpage, you'll learn more about the honor code and what drives people around it. You can watch that video, you can read articles on the top right. If you scroll down, it gives some examples of the honor code. And on the right-hand side is a list of U.S. colleges kind of famous for their honor code. Not all colleges do it. Now, I know what you're thinking, but those are only U.S. colleges. So we worked really hard to try and find colleges that are international that have an honor code. And you can see KAIST in, Underwood in Korea, or Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, or Quest in Canada, all have honor codes. You might notice that there's not as many options there. That really speaks to the volume of universities in the U.S. and the incredible dynamism. A third one that I clicked on for me personally was Great Books, because I just thought that sounded cool, and you get a description. Again, a whole listing of colleges that offer great books, and you can learn more about it. In the questions, it asked you to reflect on how you would be feeding your strengths with any particular program. So in my case, if I chose the great books, I might respond that it's feeding my perspective, curiosity, and love of learning, and I go into more elaboration to kind of help my counselor understand how this is going to help me thrive. Ultimately, that's what we're concerned about. Under what conditions do you thrive? While you're doing that, do keep in mind that there are some fundamental characteristics of colleges that you should also be investigating. And the first is really size and how curriculum is delivered. It could be delivered in a large lecture hall like this or in a small class like that. Another way of thinking of this is how likely would you be to raise your hand in this class versus that class. Another defining characteristics for me is colleges that are out in the countryside where you can get fresh air and live the cloistered life of mind without distraction. Or perhaps you want the hustle and bustle of the city that never sleeps. Well, in America, many cities do in fact sleep, but you know what I mean. It's exciting because you're anxious about being out in the countryside where the only activity seems to be that one. In fact, that's kind of wrong. Break through the preconceived notions. Try and look at some college options that you haven't heard of. See what possibilities exist. For example, ladies, maybe you should be looking at women's colleges. Yes, men, there are colleges only for you, but there are a lot fewer than the ladies have available for them. You might be wanting to explore whether you want a comprehensive university that offers everything, or you want a specialty school like an art school or a tech school or a business school. These are all options that are available to you. Which one will you thrive in? For us, it's not important what you pick so long as it aligns with who you are. So as you're exploring, we really want you to get clearer about the criteria you're looking at to find the college of your choice. Ultimately, we want you to focus on the opportunities available. This assignment is due January 16th on the Friday. You are also going to hand in your junior interview form. What's the junior interview? The form is something that we have you fill out prior to meeting with your counselor, both you and your parents. Your counselors will send out a separate email about that. Again, due January 16th.